Well, this is just did my second recovery run for this week. Been just running Tuesday, Thursday, and I'll run Saturday. Give my legs a day off in between to kind of continue recovery, but still be able to run. And let's see, I picked up an extra mile today, so I ran 5 instead of 4. Okay, 29 hours. But then again, I'm running at an 8-minute pace, so that's understandable. Here we go, 5.05 miles, 8:10 average pace. Any achievements? No, still holding strong at 52. Alright, I'll go ahead and get my shower and then I'll get you caught up on what's going on. Hey guys, good morning and welcome to Thursday of week 10 of my 16-week marathon training program. As you guys know, normally today would have been a tempo run, but because I'm on recovery this week, sad but true, it just turned into a short 5-mile recovery run. And as I shared with you guys on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I'm running, taking every other day off because I need to maximize leg recovery on this. It goes against the grain. I absolutely agree with you. I understand. But unfortunately, sometimes our brains don't run marathons. Our legs do. And we need to make certain our legs are 100%. And so before I get into the details, let's go ahead and do our daily shot of wheatgrass. As we know, a shot a day keeps the doctor away and the girls too. All right. It's going to be as good as it gets. Still prefer chocolate milk over that, but it's not bad. So anyhow, today I did 5-mile run. And pretty much everything I'm doing this week, anybody who's done any sort of, we've learned about this like in high school and stuff, that when you do any sort of test or experiment, in order to be able to do like an A-B comparison, many of the factors have to be the same. And so in this case, I run the same course, other than the fact that I'd added an extra mile to the course. The first four, pretty much like the first 4 miles about the same. Also, I also maintain the same pace. So after my first mile warm-up, then I went ahead and just held an 8-minute pace. And so that allows us to at least kind of have some apples-to-apples comparison to see how things are progressing, things like that. And then one other factor, other than holding the pace, well, what I'm looking for is when I'm holding this constant pace is I want to sit there and look at my heart rate. Clearly today was warmer, even though we're going to see here in a moment, Garmin says it's 84. And no, I didn't do like the phone thing when I first came back because Garmin and Google have been playing nice. So I let it slide, but perhaps I should have kept with that because Google said it was 87 this morning, Garmin said it was 84, but those two at least have the humidity down within 1 or 2 points, so I'm fine with that. But so outside temperature, as we know, could affect results. Most importantly, I'm just looking for improvement. Not so much like gaining VO2 max or anything like that, although it'd be nice. I just want to see for myself how my body's feeling, how it's improving. And I know I talked about on Tuesday about it feels like sometimes my right leg was giving out. Well, I had a chance to focus on that today and really was able to pinpoint that it's my anterior tibialis, the muscle that runs right upside next to our shin. It's real prominent right next to our shin. I noticed that for whatever reason, when that gets like a quick spike of pain, then of course our body's natural response when we feel pain is to remove ourselves from the pain. And in the case of my legs, it just relaxes everything. Bad timing, but it's a defense mechanism. So I was able to catch that. Now my legs only kind of gave out a few times during this run, so I noticed it wasn't as bad, so that was good. And that kind of feedback allowed me to get the extra mile. I would have liked to ran 7 like I normally run on Thursdays, but clearly recovery is more important than weekly mileage right now. So let's go ahead and take a look. This is going to be really short because I don't have a lot to share with you guys today. So today, 5.05 miles, average pace 8:10, spent 554 calories. This is what I was talking about. Garmin says 84, Google said 87, but those two both have the humidity down within reason. Because I think Garmin said about I think they said about 49%, 50%. These guys say 45. I'm not going to spread it too much. At least it's not 75%. So that's good. Going down here, nice thing to know. I didn't die during the run. There's no white gap during my heart rate, so that's kind of a cute little joke there. Did have a little spike here in the beginning. That's fine. But immediately, one thing I noticed. Oh, by the way, this here was after mile 1. the little blue. I'm sorry. I'm up here in the blue. See that little spike in the middle of that blue field? That was me playing. Frogger on the road because it appeared as if normally when I come up at like the major streets, I look down the street and I determine based on the projected speed, could I cross the street safely within reason? And we're not talking like a narrow band. We're talking a reasonable band where, because I know what I'm about to do, I never want to put a driver in a position to where they have to come up with some sort of tactical maneuver. And so clearly, I'm always putting the driver first in that kind of response. And so, if I'm going to dart cross traffic, I want to make certain that more than likely the driver of the oncoming traffic never has to do anything more than maybe simply let off the accelerator, nothing more. However, this car this morning, I believe, or have reason to believe, was exceeding the posted speed limit by at least 10 miles an hour. And you can see here in the blue where I had this nice steady pace and I had a neat little spike. And so if I could narrow down on it, probably not. Okay, just because, and I'll bring this up. Here you go. See, I cruise along, then spike time, 5:55. So yes, I played a good game of Frogger this morning. Dropped it into a sub 6 for a fraction of a second. So and then of course the rest of it was, training as usual as far as that goes. So I thought that was kind of cute. But coming down here, let's look at my cadence down here at the bottom. We see starting out, of course, my pace is good. Started out 180, broken to 182, that's fine. But for the most part, you can see I pretty much, other than a few spots, and without detailing exactly why, and these might be places I turned around. For the most part, I'm cruising along at 184. Why does that seem important to me? Because of this. When we look at, this was Tuesday's run, 81, we agree that was about right. When we look at Tuesday's run, my pace was just all over the board, up and down, up and down. I couldn't seem to nail down a steady pace. And a lot of times I was cruising 186. Now, on the summary of my stats, my average cadence was 184, that's fine. Whereas today my average cadence was 184, but I'll get into it more here when we break this down into splits. But let's see, today my aerobic training effect was 3.7 compared to 3.4 on Tuesday. Why the difference? I'm going to simply guess just the extra mile. I'm just going to guess that because heart rate wasn't that much really different. And again, because it was a little warmer, I do expect the heart rate to be up just a smidgen. Average heart rate Tuesday was 152 compared to 154 today. Again, we had an extra mile. Looking at this a little better, first mile is 8:59. Okay, compared to, we'll just do this apples. Average pace here is 9. So I was pretty much right on target. Second mile was 8:03 compared to 8. Okay, that's fine. Off by 3 seconds, no big deal. And a lot of this, honestly, I think a lot of this was because I darted across the road and I saw my watch. My watch is like, oh, hey, you're doing a 7:30. And so I think a lot of that just simply came down to me trying to slow my pace back down to get back to that 8-minute pace. That's my personal guess. Anyhow, then we go into mile 3, average 7:57. Heart rate was 157. Mile 3, 7:57, heart rate was 158. Okay, a little higher, no big deal. This is on Tuesday. Then mile 4, 7:57, heart rate brings up to 160. Here, mile 4 is 7:57, heart rate brings up to 159. All right, pretty much apples to apples. And then mile 5 for me was a 7:54. With the heart rate, now my heart rate again is holding steady 160. And clearly I've got no comparison because this is the little leftover. Leftover at average heart rate was average heart rate was 163 on my little leftover at a 7:53. Here on the leftover, average heart 7:45 was my pace, and my average heart rate was 162. So even though I may have picked it up 1 beat here, it looks like I brought it down 1 beat at that little leftover. And real quick, this is what I was getting at this morning when I talked about the solid red line up here, was my average cadence through pretty much all of it except the first mile and that little leftover mile. Well, you know, the better part of 4 miles was a steady 184. Whereas here, the cadence was 185 for 2, 184 for the last one, and then 184 for the leftover. So even with that, this tells me that today, because my legs were feeling a little bit better, that they are starting to open the stride back up. Now, also, let's see, and I didn't look at this before, average stride length was 1.09 to 1.10. Here we go. 1.10 to 111, opening up to 114. So while these numbers seem minor, they still show improvement. Obviously nothing rapid, but still improvement. So I'm happy about that. Even though, again, week 10 is definitely not going the way I planned. And I joked with a friend of mine the other day saying, if I manage to do what I've been training to do, I'm going to title this entire video series, How to Run a Sub 3 by Doing What You're Not Supposed to Be Doing, or something like that. Because clearly there's nothing per se by the book. We know what happened during, week 3 of my training. Now we're into week 10 and I'm having other issues. So it's nothing about this training has been going smoothly 100%. But also, here we go. Calories about the 109, 110 range today. Yesterday 108, but we had a couple 112s. Interesting. So we had 2 108s, 2 112. Here we only peaked off at 111. So even then, that's fine. So all in all, while the numbers definitely speak for themselves, improvement is being seen. So that makes me feel good. I wish I could. I wish I could sit there and just take a pill and make it all better. But unfortunately, because I truly believe what I'm dealing with is not per se injury as much as simply overuse. And my body just not having a chance to adapt and recover. That's my personal belief. Because normally, in my opinion, and as in all the years I've been in the gym, and all the years I've been personal training, and all the years I've been running, it's always been my personal experience that a true injury happens normally in the midst of your exercise, be it weight training or be it running. If you run and you're like, oh my God, my ankle, chances are right then and there you sprained your ankle, and the rest of the run is going to suck. Sorry, and you know it. But now on the flip side, should you wake up or maybe you have a hard run today, and then tonight, as your body starts to cool down before bed, your ankle starts to hurt. You wake up tomorrow like, oh my God, my ankle seems to be really bothering me. Then perhaps that kind of pain is more of an overuse kind of pain, but not an instant sprain or break or anything like that. That's my opinion. And so because, as you guys know, for a few weeks now, I've been expressing issues about calf pains, and I've been nursing it, and I've also kind of been running through it, and clearly it's kind of caught up. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Saturday, all goes well. I'd like to bring my run back up to at least 7 or 8 miles. But again, I'm listening to my legs. If my legs aren't going to scream and complain, I'm going to keep running. So we'll see what Saturday brings, and fingers crossed we can get back into the game next week, because we've got some catch up to do. Although I must confess, time and time again, you read any sort of marathon training program, they say there's no such thing as making up for missed miles. I get that. I'm not going to run 100 miles next week because I came up short this week. It's not going to happen. However, I can still focus on race readiness training, especially the 3 days, be it intervals, be it tempo, and be it long run. So all goes well as long as I can give a good hard commitment to those 3 days. Then to some degree the extra miles, which I think are helpful, aren't going to be as crucial, if that makes sense, as long as the key training days are implemented. So that's it. We'll again play it by ear as that time comes. All goes well on Saturday. I'll pick up the miles some more, and fingers crossed, come next week we're back to business as usual. But we'll see what happens. Anyhow, if you liked today's video, please hit the like button. As always, please leave your questions and comments below. I'm here to address all questions and comments. And if you're new to the channel, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I post a new video on my 16-week marathon training program. So that's all I have for you guys today. You guys have yourself a fantastic Thursday, and I'll see you Saturday. Take care.